Quickie chat. I've disclosed a lot about myself, and someday this channel will get disappeared and no one will remember. But anyway, do you have long-term side effects from severe concussion? Neurological side effects consist of, and then Alzheimer's. I suppose that subject best used for another day, not being nosy, maybe going to a pain management or neurologist. Okay, most people don't get this, but when you have actual mechanical trauma to the brain that causes the brain cells to get damaged, or the macroscopic scale of it to be broken, torn, or just brain swelling from impact, usually there's not pain inside of the head. Your brain doesn't register pain from itself. Pain-sensing neurons in the brain don't happen. They happen in the skull. Next, Alzheimer's is caused, Alzheimer's is the effect of cell connection degradation inside of the skull, inside of your brain. There are actual explanations for all of these available, but let's just cover this really quick. The back of my skull was cracked like an eggshell and got put back into the shape it is. It's actually a normal shaped head. Of course, the next question, how do you know how many? And then the joke happens. Long-term effects of this are the following: migraines with scintillation and verbal problems. Now, this is actually caused from, bad feedback from bad teeth. But here we go. Imagine if out of your eye you started seeing this. Imagine the scintillation effect. And it covered up your entire vision until you're completely blind, but you can see out of this corner here, but you can't really see that well because that's in the outer periphery of your vision, and then it slowly backs up away from it. And then on another day it comes in from the other side, usually from one side only. This is a scintillating migraine. And what it means is, nobody really knows exactly what it means. With head injury people, it means you are essentially legally blind because your brain isn't processing the information correctly. And the way you take care of it is, I slam a coffee, because that snaps everything too, and then I take a nap. I have to, I don't have a choice, or it'll go on for hours. Sometimes it goes on for hours anyway. Most of the time that kills it. The rest of the time, my brain just stops processing information at all visually. Or it comes out looking like some Salvador Dali thing. Or it starts looking cubist. These are things that happen. Everybody's going to have a different response to this. The problem with all of these things is that they disqualify you from driving a car for a period of time until you haven't had an episode self-reported for a long time, and there is no sign of brain injury. There's no sign of brain injury with most people who have these things within a couple of hours because your brain starts compensating for it. My eyes do not have different pupil dilation levels. I don't have any of the classic symptoms of having an actual brain trauma right now. At the time, all EMT has to do is look at you and say, okay, we're going to take you to the hospital now, and we're not going to tell you what's going on because we want you to really, really quiet down. And they will give you oxygen, and if they can get away with it, they'll slip you and make you and get you unconscious, because that's probably the best thing. Well, it depends on what decade you're in. Now they don't do that. And the practical effect is, it's a wait-and-see thing for several hours or days, depending. Everybody's going to be a little different. And that's it. As for, do we have any long-term side effects, and was this a severe concussion? A concussion is different. This is a fractured skull and a compression impact bruising of the brain, followed by suspected swelling. That's what it said on the paperwork. That's it. The effects afterwards were that I would go blind from one side or the other with that, or it would just go very, very quickly blind, which is the one you don't want to see. Other times it would just go scintillate, or the eyes, I can't actually describe some of the effects because I don't have the ability to comprehend what was happening to my visual cortex because it was not working correctly. Now, why am I covering this subject, and why am I apparently defending against the memes against the machine of the anti-Hillary Clinton people. Hey, knock yourselves out. Find a way to get rid of her that works. What I'm angry with are the propagandists deliberately posting easily debunked myths and then feigning moral outrage when someone points out that it's an easily debunked myth. And then everybody goes along with it. You're either in the know about this constant drip, water torture, that's done on the political by politicians and by people who booster for them, or you're not. It's the same crap. Yes, it doesn't matter if it's the same crap and it's something you want to hear. It's still the same crap. But this is no different than the fear, uncertainty, and doubt salesmanship that IBM and Microsoft did to maintain their monopolies. Or people telling you, don't buy cheap knockoff name brand sunglasses. That's dangerous. I'm going to leave a link below to the Monopoly video series about a certain thing, because I can, if anybody wants to watch it. It's long and drawn out, but it's about lenses and optics, and then it just talks about the last one being all of the different monopolies you didn't know were there, maybe you did and didn't care about. They're not virtual monopolies. One of them got prosecuted. Actually, all of them have. But I'm going to bring up something. Salesmanship is about convincing you, not that that someone's product is better, but every other product is worse. Brand Xing is sometimes called. When this is done in politics, which is the normal thing now, the negative campaign ads, that means the person's got nothing to offer. Both sides are doing it. I will be doing a video series on all of the lies told about Donald Trump. There's plenty of things out there that you can literally look up that are on record about Donald Trump. But no, let's do the same bull crap and post things that are easily debunked about Donald Trump. And Hillary Clinton, same way. I'd also like to point out, I hope everybody got the joke, but the Flaming Dragon posted a video, or reposted a video, where Mark Dice, the Talking Dice head, pointed out that Bohemian Grove loves Hillary Clinton. No shit, really. But I did like that he did a little back-checking and make sure that Donald Trump isn't part of Bohemian Grove. That's kind of cool. And if anybody's curious, no, Bohemian Grove doesn't run the planet. Of course not. But they do make asses of themselves every year, and it's the public face of something. And I'm sorry, there's 100 videos bunking and debunking and then bunk betting every bit of that. I'm not going to make another video about it. I had to at one point because I just couldn't help myself, because it's so much fun. It's a bunch of rich people getting together making asses of themselves. Anyway, but then again, that's like being part of the Skull and Bones Society. It's just kind of silly, right? So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with all that. And I'll try to get around to Trump. The trouble is, I have to start with the ones that are obviously being posted as propaganda and then edge towards the things where people suspect it and believe it, but they're not really the same thing, but they're still wrong. And then finally, I'm going to be doing a video on the things that are actually really worth reporting about how Donald Trump is an idiot or whatever, or how he's not qualified. The thing is that that's like kicking a puppy at this point. He's already considered that way by the majority of the population, even the people who are putting him up, because he's the figurehead. Like with Hillary Clinton, she's a figurehead. None of these people are qualified, in my opinion. Hillary's just slightly less unqualified, maybe, kind of, sort of, you know. Can't we just throw her in prison? Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with all that. And I'll be fine. Unless I won't. And if anybody's curious, the long-term prognosis for me is not to have any real problems from this. But let's just say I very much understand a lot of this blood clot crap that people talk about with Hillary Clinton. Most of what they're saying is completely wrong. Some of it isn't. Thanks for watching. Bye.